Every culture has its way of celebrating the biggest moments of the year. But what about Japan? Some might say that the way they celebrate Christmas is weird and inauthentic. And what about New Year's? It's so much different from how it's celebrated in the West. Well, I brought a real Japanese person that will help me to understand what Japanese people actually do when it comes to New Year's and Christmas time. How is it going, Miu-chan?
Hi.
Hi. So, from what I understand, New Year has been celebrated in Japan for a long time now compared to Christmas that came only lately.
そうですね。
Is that true?
はい、そうだと思います。Yes.
What is the name of New Year's in Japan?
お正月。
Oshogatsu.
はい。
Is the New Year's in Japan influenced by Western traditions?
Not, I don't think so.
No, nothing.
Do you even celebrate New Year in a new Western country? Maybe like watch fireworks and...
Well, that's a pretty good point. It seems like New Year's in the West, it's more about the fireworks and the parties. And actually, that's something Miu forgot to mention. All of those fireworks, big parties, decorations, marketplaces, and countdowns happening at that time, those are all part of the Western influence. This might be the most important question. What do Japanese people eat on New Year's?
So that's actually depends on which prefecture you grew up with. In Hokkaido, in my household, we eat soba on the New Year Eve. Because soba is a noodle. Soba is long, so it's like wishing a long, healthy life. Eat long, healthy life soba. And kind of like make wish. And we also have a feast in the New Year Eve. In my household, we usually eat like sushi and all those beautiful, amazing food.
Are there other traditional general foods that people eat?
Some people eat osechi in the New Year Eve. In my house, we eat osechi on the New Year Day, the 1st of January.
Osechi is made up of several different dishes, each for the symbolic meaning for the new year. For example, kazunoko herring roll symbolizes fertility and prosperity. Then there is kuromame, black soybeans, which represent health and longevity. And finally, datemaki, a sweet rolled omelette, symbolizes knowledge and learning because it resembles an old scroll. Of course, there are many more dishes included in the osechi, and the variety can differ depending on the region and family traditions.
That's the most important day for me, actually, in the year.
Really?
More important than my birthday, actually, yes.
How so?
It's just a day that all of the family gathers, eat together, through, look back what was the year, talk, have fun, drink, and watch TV, chill, and spend time together. It's like a very important event for my family, and so as many other Japanese households.
What are some of the main customs or traditions that are followed in the New Year's, in the Japanese New Year's?
For New Year Eve, we go to the temple to hear or do Joya no Kane, which we ring the bell 108 times.
But just one person, 108?
No, 108 people doing one each.
I thought it's like 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, the bell is like so big.
Oh.
It's like 2 meters, 3 meters, and you have to like use your body to do that. Yeah.
I've been here almost 3 years and never done it. I have to do it this time. Why are you surprised? You've been with me like almost every New Year unless you were at work. I never did that.
Never did that?
No.
What? We have to do that
Okay.
this year, okay? Do you know why it's 108? In the Buddhism teaching, we have 108 desires ourselves, and we kind of like cleanse that with the bell sound, so we can have the fresh starts, fresh new year. In the December, we have the tradition to do the deep house cleaning, so we can have the fresh new year.
Fresh start.
Fresh start.
Okay, good luck. Before we continue, a word from today's sponsor, Mikare. You need this in your life. The Mikare phone holder is very compact. You can fold it and make it fit in basically most places, including your pocket. The holder includes a magnetic part and a suction part, which are pretty strong. Just look at that. Wanna detach the phone? Just press here. You can use it as a stand. And it's also 360 adjustable. But the coolest part is that you can basically attach it anywhere and use it in so many cases. For example, while working out, on a suitcase before a flight. Don't wanna hold it while taking a shit? No problem. And even in the kitchen while you're cooking. If you are interested, the link is in the description below. Plus, I have a discount code for you. Thank you, Mikare. Back to the video. While New Year's is deeply rooted in Japanese tradition, Christmas is a completely different story. For example, it's less of a family celebration, but more of a romantic occasion where a couple go on dates. Besides the romantic part, there is something else that is weird about Christmas in Japan. Do you celebrate Christmas?
Yes.
Can you tell me how you celebrate Christmas? How Japanese people celebrate Christmas in general?
A lot of household, they eat Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah,
食べるんでしょ?
that's very weird.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, my family is very unique. We always made fun of those people who eat KFC for Christmas. We were like, we're Japanese. Why would you eat KFC? But then we celebrate Christmas with the cake.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
Well, we never really had like Christmas tree or anything like that.
Is Christmas actually a big holiday in Japan?
Yes,
Yeah. So you would say most of people celebrate Christmas?
I would say so, yes.
And they just all go to KFC and buy...
Not all go to KFC.
They make their own chicken at home?
This theory of all Japanese eats KFC for Christmas, I think it's a myth. I don't think it's necessarily true because I don't have any friends who actually eat KFC for Christmas. I never seen them.
So you never met...
Actual person. But I know
Really?
there's like alliance and there's a lot of people who actually eat it. But personally, I do not know anyone who eats KFC for Christmas.
So why KFC for Christmas? In the 70s, KFC launched a campaign in Japan called Kentucky for Christmas, appealing to foreigners missing turkey during the holiday. It became a hit, and now it's a beloved Christmas tradition in Japan. What is your favorite thing about Christmas in Japan?
That I get to eat cake?
It's all about the cake for you.
Yes.
Which celebration is more important for Japanese people? Christmas or New Year?
New Year.
New Year? Wait, be objective. It's not you? If from your knowledge when it comes
New
to
Year.
most of people. New Year?
New Year.
Definitely New Year?
110% New Year.
What do you feel about Japan adopting Christmas? Because it has nothing to do with Japan originally. It's a Western celebration. Earlier, I mentioned how some might call Japan's way of celebrating Christmas inauthentic. But is that really true? When it comes to this one, Miyu went deep and debunked this disrespectful claim.
If you would ask Japanese people, what's your religion? They're gonna say, I don't believe in anything. But actually, we do. We go to the temple for the New Year Eve, and then we go to the shrine for the New Year Day. And it's like two religion already, right?
Yeah.
And then we regularly go to, temple, I would say old people maybe once a month. And we do the funeral in a Buddhism way. And sometimes, those things.
Yeah, it's part of the culture, it seems like.
It's part of the culture. It's part of the spirit. It's like really deep. But we don't believe in one God or believe in one religion. That's why we don't think that we believe in Buddhism or Shinto, because those teachings are everywhere kind of. And also core part of what we believe is to keep the harmony, to be peaceful with each other, and to respect each other. That's the core thing. Even though you believe in something different from what I believe in, no problem. Like we're friends.
No.
We are like good. We are good. And I think it's coming from tolerant spirit.
Tolerant Japanese traditional spirit, maybe?
Yeah.
So basically you're saying that's how Japan can adopt any other traditions with respect, and it's not a problem.
It's not a problem. And most of Japanese people actually have wedding at the church, even though we have no idea what is the,
that's...
Christianity, or they never ever read the Bible once. I doubt it. but they still do the weddings at the church.
That's kind of strange.
It's strange, and people might say we are not authentic when it comes to Buddhism or believing in something. But I don't know if I agree with that. I watched one of the TED Talks the other day, and it says the Buddhism in Japan is like a curry. So curry, it's from India, and so as the Buddhism. The Gautama Siddhartha was born there, Nepal. But anyways,
No, gonna offend some people, bro.
sorry, back then the country was like, different, right? Practice Buddhism, which is focused on Buddha preaching and meditation, and then practice those things. But in Japanese Buddhism, we don't really do that. It's like a different kind of Buddhism. Some people can say this is not authentic Buddhism. But this culture religion has been cultivated for more than 1,500 years in Japan. So it could be different, but you cannot also say that is not Buddhism. It's like Indian curry and the Japanese curry. Japanese curry is nothing like Indian curry. It's different thing. It's sweet and nice, and a lot of people like Japanese curry as well.
Yeah.
As Indian curry, right? It's different, but you cannot say, oh, this is the real one or this is not the real one.
So you're saying that the Buddhism and became its own thing in Japan.
Yes.
Like the Japanese curry, it's its own thing. I see. What's the one thing or a few things that you would recommend a foreigner to experience in New Year's in Japan or Christmas? Or both of them?
When it comes to Christmas, I don't know. Because
Don't eat KFC, because as a foreigner you probably already eaten KFC a bunch of times.
New Year. Well, if you have a chance, go to the Japanese household and experience New Year. I think that's gonna be fun experience.
Yeah.
And if you don't have opportunities like that, you can go to temples or shrine on the New Year day. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and amazing year coming up next year.
Thank you very much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know it's a little bit early, but Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. I hope that 2025 is gonna be amazing for you, productive, healthy, and all of that goodness. Keep staying amazing the way you are. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support, and hopefully we're gonna grow in 2025. It's gonna be even better than 2024. Don't forget to subscribe if you still didn't. Much love, stay safe, otimasu.